NBC presents the First Nighter program.
Miller,
High life,
Miller,
high life,
a blend of good taste and cheer.
Miller High Life,
Miller,
High Life,
Miller,
High Life,
the champagne of bottled beer.
It's Miller High Life time as the Miller Brewing Company of Milwaukee brings theatergoers across the nation First Nighter. Yes, the brewers of Miller High Life, the champagne of bottled beer, invite you to fourth row center seats each week at this time for a new Broadway opening night. It's the First Nighter program, starring Olin Soule and Barbara Luddy. Broadway, theater time. Time again for another exciting trip to the little theater off Times Square. And here is our host for the evening, the genial First Nighter, Rye Billsbury.
Good evening. Glad you could come. My cab is waiting. Won't you step in? All right, driver, to the little theater. Across 42nd Street, uptown, past the dazzling signs and bright marquees of Upper Broadway. Now, just around the corner is the little theater off Times Square. Well, here we are.
Have you ready, please? Good evening, Mr. First Nighter. The usher will show you to your seats.
Thank you. We'll go right in. Now for a quick look at our theater program. Tonight's play is a comedy entitled Mama Tells Fortunes by Ben Starr. Heading our cast are those brilliant stars, Barbara Luddy and Olin Soule. Mr. Soule is heard as Fred, Miss Luddy as Frances. In our all-star cast, Verna Felton is featured in the part of Mama. Larry Dobkin plays Gordon, Polly Bear, the mailman, Bob Jellison, the page, and the entire production is staged under the direction of Joseph T. Ainley.
Curtain! Curtain!
There's the signal for first curtain. The house lights are out. And here's the play.
Hold your horses, I'm coming. Hold this darn wheelchair. Oh, it's you, Mr. Mailman.
Yes. Good morning, Miss Bailey. I don't have any mail for you, but remember, you promised.
Oh, yes. Now. Where did I put my deck of cards? Oh, here it is. All right, now. Pick a card.
There. You know, Miss Bailey, everything you told me yesterday come true.
Why, of course, silly man.
Anything wrong?
Mr. Mailman, you go right home. You're coming down with a bad cold.
Well, Miss Bailey, I feel fine.
Don't argue with the cards, sir. You're a sick man.
Mama, was that the doorbell I heard? Mama, what are you doing?
Goodbye, Mr. Mailman. But you, dear.
You know it's me. Mama, were you or were you not telling the mailman's fortune?
Well, dear, it was just a little
Mama, what am I
fortune.
going to do with you?
But Frank...
And that's another thing. I know you wanted a boy, but Mama, you should realize by now that I'm a girl. My name is Frances, not Frank.
Oh, well, that's all the thanks I get. A poor widow confined to her wheelchair. No fun in life. Never get to go to the racetrack.
Mama, please, you are not a poor widow. And as for that wheelchair, how about the time I raced you to the corner and you beat me by 30 yards?
Well, the wind was with me.
Oh, Mama, what am I going to do with you, dear?
Then we're friends.
Of course. Oh, hey, I'm going to be late for work.
Frank, I mean Francis, will you do your poor old mother a favor?
Why, yes, dear. What?
Get married. You'll have to soon, you know, or people will talk.
What do you mean I'll have to?
Well, I told your fortune last night in the cards, and you're going to have twins.
Mama, I warn you, unless you promise to burn those cards, I'm never going to bring Henry Gordon to this house.
Henry Gordon? Ugh, I don't like him at all.
But you've never even met him.
I still don't like him. His fortune came up with a joker 3 times in a row.
Mama, I'm late. Goodbye, dear. See you for dinner.
When I was her age, I had a proposal from every boy in my neighborhood. Probably the mailman sneaking back. You're not the mailman.
How do you do, madam? I'm selling... I'm selling...
Gesundheit.
Thank you. I'm selling...
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
All right, young man, what are you selling?
I'm selling brushes. There, I didn't sneeze that time.
You'd better come inside before you blow the house down.
Thank you.
Why don't you see a doctor?
Oh, it wouldn't help. You see, I live in a tent at the park, and it gets kind of damp out there.
You live in a tent? What are you, an Indian?
No, I'm a veteran.
Oh, poor boy.
I'll be...
Timber! Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Now sit down and be quiet. More tea, Fred?
No, thanks. No, thanks.
Mama?
Mama.
All my friends call me Mama. So you're just selling brushes part-time while you go to optometry school?
Yeah, that's right.
That's...
I don't mind the outside work. The thing that gets me down is this business of living in a tent. You see, some time ago, I paid a very slick gent some money for an apartment. And when it came time to move in, guess what?
You didn't like the apartment?
Sure, I liked it, but so did the 30 other people who'd paid him for the same apartment.
Why, I think that's dishonest.
You should have heard what some of the others said about him.
Do you come from a big family?
Yes, how'd you guess?
Now for the $64 question. Tell me, Fred, are there any twins in your family line?
You must be psychic. There were 3 sets of twins.
Fred, how would you like to live here with us?
Us?
Yes, I have a child.
Ah, baby.
Flatterer. No, Frank is 25.
Well, it wouldn't be fair to just barge in.
Oh, Frank is very understanding. And anyway, it's a nice coincidence. Your name is Fred, and Frank's name is Frank, and Fred and Frank, they go together.
Well, I sure do need a place, but I couldn't pay you much.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, incidentally, I have a feeling you're going to be rich someday.
Do you really think so?
I'll prove it to you.
How?
Here, take a card.
Mama! Oh, Mama, I'm home.
I hear you. Do you want to wake up everybody?
Wake up, everybody. Mama, do you feel all right? You haven't been racing Mrs. Porter around the block again.
Oh, I heard voices, so I thought...
Who are you?
Dear, this is Fred Martin. Fred, this is Frank.
Oh, hello. Who? Frank? I thought...
Mama, who is this man?
Fred is going to live with us for a while.
He's going to what? Mama, are you out of your mind?
You shouldn't talk to your sweet little mother that way.
It's none of your business how I talk to my sweet little mother.
Oh, my heart.
Mrs. Bailey.
Oh.
Baba, is anything wrong?
Oh, she's just acting.
Oh.
Your mother is having a heart attack.
Her heart is stronger than both of ours put together. Now, what are you doing here exactly?
Well, I sell brushes and I go to optometry school. Your mother told my fortune.
Oh, no. Not the cards again. Mama, I want to talk with you. Oh, Mama!
As the curtain comes down on the first act of tonight's play in the Little Theater off Times Square.
Smoking in the outer lobby or downstairs, please. Smoking in the outer lobby or downstairs, please.
While tonight's theatergoers file out, let's you and I hurry to the champagne room for our usual Miller High Life.
I'm right with you, Vincent.
Pardon us, please. Pardon me.
Well, shall we sit at this table near the door, Vincent?
Fine with me. Oh, and here's Pierre.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. The play goes well?
Yes, fine, Pierre. And you know what we want, of course.
But of course. 2 bottles of Miller High Life, immediately.
You know, Vincent, I can't quite decide whether Pierre associates Miller High Life with our faces or our faces with Miller High Life.
He does have an amazing memory, doesn't he?
I heard that remark, Mr. Pelletier, and you are wrong. My memory is not, as you say, amazing, but I have been a waiter for so many years that my mind puts the customer in a niche, and I can tell what he will order, whether it is food or refreshment.
Now, what niche are we in, Pierre?
You gentlemen I place in the quality category. And then I say, if they order beer, then naturally it follows they will want Miller High Life.
Now, there's a very pretty compliment, and very fitting, Pierre. After all, Miller High Life is the champagne of bottled beer.
Exactly.
I think we should return later to hear more about Pierre's categories, but now it's time to dash back for our second act. Good night, Pierre.
Good night.
Good night, gentlemen, and thank you.
Curtain. Second. Curtain.
The first nighters are hurrying down the aisles to their seats. The lights are dimmed, and here's the second act of Mama Tells Fortunes.
I knew you had it in you, Fred.
I never got the highest grade on an exam before.
Well, I'm proud of you. And if I do say so myself, my helping you study had a lot to do with it.
That's right. Mama, have you seen my little model eyeball around?
No, but I look.
Mama, isn't it about time for dinner?
Oh, Francis, dear, of course. I was just congratulating Fred. He got the highest grade in his class today.
How nice. Did they give him a gold star?
Well, at least I worked for my grade. I didn't get it just by being pretty.
Why, you uninvited house guest.
I think I'll set the table. Oh, the eye bone connected to the head bone.
Look, I'd like to be friends. Can't we get along?
Yes.
How?
Move out.
Well, if it weren't for the way you treat your poor little mother, I'd have moved out long ago.
The way What fairy tale has she been telling you now?
Yeah, I know all about the years she had to take in washing and sewing
Oh, no. I haven't a chance. Well, the least you can do is not speak to me.
That's all right with me.
I'm glad we understand each other.
Come on, children, come and get it. Did you want something, dear?
Yes. Would you pass the rhubarb, please?
Why, the rhubarb is right next to Fred. Ask him, dear.
Mama, please.
Well, all right, if we must play. Fred.
Yes, Mama.
Would you sneak up on the rhubarb for Francis?
But I'm not supposed to talk to her.
Oh, dear. Everybody's having fun but Mama.
Oh, that was a swell meal, Mama. Well, excuse me. I'll see you later.
Francis, I'm ashamed of you. The awful way you're treating Fred. Why, you'd think he was a relative.
I can't help it, Mama. He gets on my nerves.
I understand, dear. People in love usually are nervous and say funny things.
Mama, let's wash the dishes and quit talking nonsense. Me in love with him? How ridiculous.
If you'd like to lie down and think your problem out, I'll understand. Poor thing.
Oh, no, not that. I must get hold of myself. Ow!
Francis, what's the matter?
Alfred, there's something in my room, something horrible.
What?
Somebody's eyeball is on my bed.
Somebody's...
Well, what's so funny?
My eyeball.
Your eyeball?
Sure.
How many do you have?
4.
2 for each head?
Francis, that's my little model eyeball. It's made of plastic. I've also got a great big one.
What do you use that for? Parties?
Well, I guess a strange eyeball on a bed would scare a person.
Well, it stared at me so.
Oh, Mama, I found my eyeball. It was on Francis' bed.
Now, I wonder how it ever climbed way up there.
I am beginning to get a clue.
Fred, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to help you study. I have a headache.
Oh, Mama. Do you want me to cancel my date with Henry tonight?
Henry?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Gordon. No. You run along and have a good time. I won't mind suffering by myself.
Mama, you know I won't go out if you don't feel well. I'll call Henry right now.
Mama, do you get these headaches very often?
No, just when I need that. I mean, every now and then. I'm sorry about not helping you study tonight.
Oh, that's all right. I'll pass.
Well, if you flunk your exam, you can always take the course over.
But, Mama,
I overheard Mama, Fred. Oh. If you want, I'll help you study.
Oh, don't bother. Well, that is... Would you?
Of course, since I'm staying in anyway.
Well, it's very nice of you.
Come to bed, Mama, and rest your headache.
What headache? Oh, yes. Oh, it's migratory, you know.
Now, what's the definition of a cataract?
Cataract, a disease of the eye in which the lens becomes opaque.
Right again. You know, I never thought much about eyes before. Pretty interesting, isn't it?
Well, it depends. Now, excuse me. Take your eyes, for instance.
Let's get back to the book.
I never noticed that before.
What's the matter?
I don't know. Could you move over a little closer?
Well, what is it?
Well, I think...
What, you measure? You said there was something wrong with my eyes.
Oh, I didn't say that. I just thought they were green, and now I see they're a beautiful blue.
I've seen wise fellows like you before. You can't ever have a platonic relationship with a girl.
Is that why you're attracted to Henry Gordon, a fat, bald man twice your age?
A fat, bald man?
Yeah.
Why, you...
Mama told me all about him.
This is the payoff. I want you out of this house by tomorrow morning, or I'll call the police.
Save your money. I won't be here when you get back from work.
And please take your eyeballs with you.
And the curtain comes down on the second act of tonight's play in the Little Theater off Times Square.
Downstairs, please. Smoking in the outer lobby or downstairs, please.
A few weeks ago, the president of a large corporation was the guest speaker at a dinner. He was introduced by a man who dwelled at some length upon the fact that this man was the head of the biggest company in his state, one of the biggest in the nation. When the president of the company finally got up to speak, he smiled and asked his audience to forget about the bigness of the company he headed. After all, he said, bigness isn't everything. If it was, a cow could catch a rabbit. Now, the reason I tell you that little story is to illustrate the way the Miller Brewing Company feels about their position as one of the largest breweries in the nation. You see, the brewers of Miller High Life are intent upon one single thing, a bottle of Miller High Life. Their tradition is one of quality in the brewing of a pleasurable glass of beer. Of course, it's nice to know that so many millions of you folks have made Miller High Life your favorite, and that countless thousands of handy six-pack cartons and cases find their way into thousands of homes each day. But the truth is, if that crystal-clear bottle of sparkling Miller High Life were not the very finest in beer, the champagne of bottled beer, you would not have consumed over 3 million barrels last year. So enjoy life with Miller High Life. Find out for yourself why Miller High Life has a special appeal to everyone who wants quality refreshment.
Curtain. Last curtain.
First nighters are all in their seats, ready for the last act. And there goes the curtain.
Now, Mama.
Oh, but Fred, I don't know why Frances is acting this way. What caused it?
I kissed her.
Oh, wasn't that nice? And she got mad at that?
Well, I also called Henry Gordon a fat, bald man.
Well, he is fat and bald.
What sort of guy is he, Mama?
I don't know. I never met him.
How do you know he's fat and bald?
Well, according to the cards...
No wonder she blew her top.
I'll get the phone.
Okay, I'll finish packing.
Hello?
Hello, Mama. Is that horrible wolf gone?
No, Frances, he hasn't.
What? I told him to get out or I'd call the police.
Frances, Fred says he loves you and he knows you love him. I'm sure he'll accept your apology.
My apology? Mama, I am calling the police right this minute.
Ooh, what an awful temper. Wonder who she takes after.
Well, I'm all packed, Mama. I guess this is goodbye.
You get right back in your room, Mr. Optometrist.
What do you mean?
Frances just called and she apologized to you.
No.
She says she wants you to stay just as long as you wish.
Well, this is too good to be true.
Isn't it?
Well, she sure had me fooled. Oh, I can hardly wait for her to get home. I wonder what's the first thing she'll say.
Me too.
What's the matter, dear?
Oh, I'm sorry, Henry. I wasn't listening.
Well, now, Frances, what do you say? You promised you'd give me your answer.
Well, I've known you for such a short time.
Yeah, but you'll have all our life together to know me. And we can really have ourselves a honeymoon. Hawaii, South America.
I've always wanted to visit Hawaii.
Oh, come on, darling. You'll never regret it.
Hawaii.
Fine, thanks.
Oh, Henry.
Mama, look.
What a lovely box of candy.
Yeah, I bought it for Frances. Do you think she'll be surprised when I hand it to her?
I can guarantee it.
Well, I'll leave the box right here on the table.
Oh, dear. I wonder if the Foreign Legion accepts old ladies. Well, I suppose the sand would stick in my spokes.
Mama, I have some wonderful news for you.
Francis, what are you doing home so early?
Mama, this is Henry Gordon.
Henry Gordon? Oh, no, that's impossible. According to my cars, you're supposed to be bald, but you have a lovely head of hair.
Well, I...
Henry, you have to forgive my mother. She's a practical joker.
Oh? Oh, well, that's very funny. Yes.
Mama, Henry and I are going to be married.
Oh, but that can't be, dear. The card said...
Francis, what are you doing home?
I might ask the same thing of you.
Ah, what a kidder.
Fred, this is Henry Gordon. He and Francis are going to be married.
Married?
Huh.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
Francis, here's your wedding present. I bought you a box of candy.
But how did you know we were getting married?
Well, Mama's cards never miss. Say, Mr. Gordon, have we ever met before?
Why, no, I don't think so.
You remind me of someone, but... No, I guess I'm wrong. He was much older.
Mama, guess where we're going on our honeymoon? Hawaii.
Oh, that's nice. I've always wanted to see Hawaii.
Why, Mama.
Surely you weren't thinking of leaving your poor old wheelchaired mother all alone? I know Mr. Gordon won't mind. Will you, Mr. Gordon?
No. Hardly any at all.
Mr. Gordon, are you positive we've never met?
Yes, I'm positive. What is this, a cross-examination?
Well, no offense. I just thought...
Listen, you were supposed to be out of here this morning. If you don't leave pretty soon, you'll be in for a big surprise.
Oh, won't it be fun, Mr. Gordon? The three of us strolling along the poop deck. And you'll see how fast I can wheel my chair. Just like this.
Mommy, you're running into Henry! Henry!
I knew it. The cards never lie. I thought that beautiful head of hair looked a little too good.
Your scalp. There's so much of it.
Touche. Toupee. I knew your Mr. Gordon looked familiar. Yeah. Only without his toupee, he's Mr. Thomas Jordan, the rat who swindled my friends and me on that apartment.
Now, you keep away from me. You have
No, don't let him go. He's headed for the door with his toupee.
All you have to do is open the door, Mac. You don't have to kiss us.
The police. They've come to throw Fred out.
Yeah, just like a movie. Officer, grab onto that undercover four-flusher.
Oh, Francis, you won't let them take me?
Don't speak to me, Mount Baldy.
Well, Mama, I'm on my way.
Oh, Fred, please stay. I think Francis wants you to stay.
Hey, where's mine?
I wonder where it could be.
Mama, you aren't up to your old tricks again, are you?
Quit picking on my poor little mother.
Oh, Francis, I was just looking for my little eyeball.
Why blame Mama? She isn't the only one in the family.
Francis, you mean...
Yes, and it's such a big house, you know, and such a little eyeball. It might take you an awfully long time to find it.
That's fine with... Francis, you smell something burning?
Why, yes, I do. Mama, you're on fire.
No, I'm not, dear. I was just burning something in the ashtray.
What?
It's my deck of cards. I don't think I'll need them anymore.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, the premier performance of what looks like a new hit play at the Little Theater off Times Square. Next week, don't miss a warm and appealing play, Three Make a Family. Remember, next week, same time. And now we're moving out of the theater and into the street. There's our Miller High Life host for the evening, Vincent Pelletier.
I'll be with you in a moment, Mr. First Nighter. I just want to invite our friends and guests to be with us again next week when the Miller Brewing Company brings us another aisle seat to First Nighter. Until that time, make every night and day Miller High Life time in your home. Enjoy life with Miller High Life, the genuine Milwaukee beer that's brewed and bottled for you by the Miller Brewing Company only and only in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.